A very nice 60-degree day here in Sioux City, Iowa. One of the most hottest matches between the Omaha Lancers and the Sioux City Musketeers. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast booth. I am Ronnie Vadine with you all here. So glad to be with us. We're going to try going live once again for these games, except we're on my old phone. So, yeah, just a little experiment, I guess you could say. We're kind of going back to our basics with that. But, yeah, hey, live. As you know, I love live stuff more than pre-taped. So, yeah, that is why we're doing it. Well, now we'll talk about the game ahead. Right now, Omaha, they come into this game after a tough loss last night versus Sioux Falls. Well, really no surprise there. I mean, last team in the league versus the first team in the league, you know, Omaha were Sioux Falls best. I mean, what do you expect to happen? But, yeah, Sioux City, this is their first game of the weekend. Of course, they're coming off a devastating loss versus Sioux Falls last Friday night right here at the Tyson Event Center. 10-4 was the final score on that one. I mean, that's, I think, without a doubt, the worst loss the Muskies have had in quite some time, just goals-wise and things like that. So they're hoping for a much better result here tonight as they take on one of their biggest rivals in Omaha. So, yeah, probably their second biggest rival, I think we could call it. So, yeah. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more here on the pregame show. We'll go through some stats and continue to get ready for the game at hand. So, yeah, we'll take a break. We'll be right back in about 4 minutes. Right after this, don't go anywhere once I pull up the commercials. This is a good song. I'm not going to lie with you on that one. Here we go. We'll see you in 4.
Apartments.com
and homes.com.
You're going to find virtually any place you can live.
It'll be quicker to list the places you can't, like
the tarmac and the bakery, the business end of the driving range, so far.
in a decommissioned Soviet space station.
In the Mariana Trench.
I need to pee.
Or in the path of a haboob.
Like the haboob.
That.
But otherwise,
You can live in it. You're going to find it on apartments.com.
and homes.com. The place?
To find a place.
She's a moving. She's a moving.
Bucks 89.
It makes you want to sing. When she walks forward, you can hear that gavel ring. She's a moving.
Court is now in session at a new time. Weekdays at 3 on Fox 29.
Start September 12th.
Some things never change.
Easy, boy.
Oh, babe, check this out. Hey, come on. You want to get to me? You want to get to me? Are you hungry? You want to get to me?
Babe, don't hurt my dog.
Come on, get it, Tim. Come on, get it, Tim. Get it, Tim. Come
to send your unwanted gold for cash, like these gold cufflinks.
I can get cash for this gold medallion of me wearing a gold medallion.
This gold microphone,
My gold record.
my gold golf club,
My gold sledgehammer, baby.
boom,
Dad.
my gold giraffe,
My gold pen.
my gold hip replacement.
We melting gold, baby.
Cash, the number 4, gold.com.
Goodbye.
Welcome back, everybody. The pregame show continues. Let's take a look at how these teams stack up against each other. Obviously, we'll start with the away team, as we always do on a home game like this. Omaha. Well, they're still the same old Omaha team we've seen the last 3 seasons now. They score 2.16 goals a game. They give up 4.20. Their power play is at 10%, which is dead last in the league. Penalty kill, it's a little better, 73.6%. That's 14th, in the league. Sioux City, they score 3.61. They give up 3.91. I thought their goals against would kind of shoot up a little bit because of the game last Friday, but it didn't jump all that much. Their power play's at 24.1%, still rock solid in 5th. But their penalty kills at 77.4%, which is 13th. Got to get that up a little bit here as well. So, yeah, let's take a look at, well, first of all, who's in and who's not for this game here tonight. We'll start with Omaha. Their scratches are Nathan DiChiara, Henrik Lasky, he's injured. George Lovell, the former Musketeers, a healthy scratch tonight, so I guess their coach didn't want him playing against us or something, I don't know, but Thaddeus McMahon is he's injured, and then Jack Stanius is injured, although I saw him right before the game. He was kind of walking around the arena. Well, I'll just say he's doing a very good job of hiding his injury because he hopped over a bench, some fencing, and basically jumped a couple of feet to the ground. So if he's injured, then okay, whatever, but I don't think he is. I think he's just scared of us, and I hope to God he is. For Sioux City, Daniel D'Alessandro, he's a healthy scratch. Luke Gary, he's suspended. And then Dallas Potter's a healthy scratch tonight as well. So, yeah, we'll be missing Luke Gary, that is for sure. Top guy on the team in points. I mean, kind of a bogus suspension if you ask me, but what can I say except to just complain. So Omaha, let's see their starting lineup here. Starting at left wing, they'll have Cam Karen, at center Tanner Morgan, and at right wing Tommy Spencer. Left defense Finn de Saint-Hubert, and then Reese Lance. And then their starting goaltender tonight is Nils Morens. We'll learn more about him here shortly. And then we'll run down the line chart here for Sioux City. First line, they're switching it up a little bit because, as you know, we made a big trade with Chicago on Thursday. We sent Dallas View over, and we pick up Ashton Schultz, probably their best player by far, I think, on Chicago. So, yeah, that's going to be a big plus for us. He'll be put on the first line with Trey Jefferson, William Tomko. Second line, Elias Vatne, Gavin Gary, and Kyle O'Leary. Third line, Daniil Boutin, Aiden Dyer, and Max Anderson. Fourth line, Lenny Geiger, Pavel Martinu, and Dakota Bailey. And then the extra forward tonight is Travis Poliski. The defensemen go like this. First line, Derek Olson and Shane Gold. Second line, Ryan Poyer and Mason Stenger. Then the third line, Gavin Carr and Christian Lyons. Backup tonight will be Ryder Shea. Of course, that means we'll have Jack Thickthorne starting here tonight as well. So, yeah, that is how both these teams stack up against each other, I guess. It should be a fun one here tonight. Hopefully, Omaha just collapses, but you never know. It was a close one the last time both these teams matched up. In fact, it was the night before Thanksgiving. That was the last time both of these teams played. So, yeah, I believe it was a 4-1 final from Sioux City, but it wasn't an easy game for them. I'll just say that. I mean, I think that's quite an understatement if you ask me, but yeah, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have Puck Drop right after these messages. Don't go anywhere. Oh, shoot. There we go.
Dude, you got Montana on your jersey?
Baby, I got Montana Miracle Stain on the shirt.
There's been a lot of talk about a miracle stain.
And you know, so much shit like this. And it drops.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's real.
Crazy.
49
The miracle Montana stain is sweeping the nation.
Over the world are flocking to get a glimpse at what some 49ers fans are hoping could be a Super Bowl miracle.
I saw the stain! All right,
Right here, $20.
here we go. Stain on a stick. Montana Man! Where's my 49ers jersey?
Oh, I watched it.
You washed it?
Had a stain on it. Go Ravens.
Joe, where'd you go?
Hey, man.
How's it going? What's going on?
What are you doing here?
Samsung wants me to be in their new, their big commercial. Next big thing, yeah.
They called me in for the next big thing.
Maybe in like 1998. Next.
I've never seen you this excited about something that isn't food.
You are not the next big thing.
They make people physically uncomfortable.
Look, man,
They gave me a phone. I got one too.
where'd you get that?
They gave it to me because I'm the next big thing.
This makes no sense, man.
Are you sure that maybe you're not here to see a guy named Samsung? That would make more sense. You know what? Let's find a favorable review to one of your movies. No results found.
You know what's great about this is when you take a picture, you can draw on it, and I can actually retouch it, and I can make you look like you're still in your 40s.
Why don't you take that S Pen and shove it
All right, you're here.
Hi.
So you got the memo. You're together.
Together.
I got the big room. Come fill it with ideas.
Samsung, the next big thing. You two.
Yeah.
Celebrity endorsements. Very big. Very big. You guys know anybody?
Welcome back, everybody. Well, pregame show continues around here. Right now, they're playing a big, their intro video, Hit the Ice video, as they call them. Then after that, they'll come out onto the ice. We'll have our starting lineup, of course, for Sioux City tonight. I kind of have a feeling who we're going to start, but you never can really tell. We'll have that, and then the national anthem, and then we'll take a look at a couple of more stats, and it's going to be puck drop, baby. It's fast approaching around here. In fact, about 6 minutes away from it. Uh-oh, the Zebras just hit the ice. We only have one referee tonight and 2 linesmen instead of the usual 2 and 2. That means, you know, we might see some bad calls tonight. That's all I'm going to say. Well, we always see bad calls. Every single game we do here, there's always bad calls of some sort, but... Well, the smoke machines are going, and peeking through them are the Musketeers, and they are ready for a battle tonight, that is for sure. Coming up, starting lineups, the national anthem. Well, like I said, we'll kind of finish up a couple of little last pregame notes, and then it's going to be puck drop here in the Sioux. So it's going to be a fun one, I have a feeling.
Welcome to Sioux City, number 11, goaltending coach Shane Cooper, Zach Cavins, athletic trainer Eric Daigle, and equipment manager Zach Peterson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the ice as tonight's national anthem is performed by Angie Bloomberg.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare knew the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land and the free and the home and the
Let's hear it.
Okay, we are ready here. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders for Omaha. Nils Moritz, 3-13-1 and 2 at 3.71 goals against average and a .884 save percentage with 2 shutouts. So 2 of the games he's won have been shutouts. Imagine that, 2 out of the 3. That ain't bad. Jack Fickthorn, 10-9-2 and 1 at 3.62 goals against average and a .883 save percentage with 1 shutout and 2 penalty minutes. So don't mess with him. We are ready to go here. Valentine's Day night, of course, and we got a good crowd on hand to watch it. So here we go. William Tomko will take the draw with Tanner Morgan. Both those guys are ready to go. We're ready to go. And I guess the guys down at the scores table don't want us to go. Okay, there we go. Well, there goes the buzzer. Put the 20 minutes on the clock. They do. Now we're ready. Tomko, Morgan at the face-off. And we're off and underway here at Sioux City. Tomko wins the draw. He pitches it back to Gold. And now Derek Olson feeds it up the left side. Jeffress tipped Schultz. Tomko, a shot save made by Moritz. That didn't take long. Just 10 seconds into this one. Cam Karen off the boards down there in the circle. Taking there Tommy Spencer behind the net. Spencer picked up Reese Lance. Lance fires one into the corner. Tomko on Schultz. A shot goes wide. Here's Spencer with it, tipped into the hands of Derek Olson. Olson for Shane Gold at center. Gold up the right side. Gold tipped in front. Tomko forced out towards center. Stanger. Vatne couldn't get a handle on it. Ooh, Spencer trips him up. The penalty is coming up. Just 48 seconds into this one, and Sioux City should have a power play. And they will. Tommy Spencer will go into the box. As he should. Well, the ref's microphone isn't working, but it's a hooking call. Just 48 seconds in, it goes to Tommy Spencer. Face-off will come to the left of Moritz, as we said in the pregame. Sioux City's power play, pretty darn good. 24.1%. That's 5th in the league. Omaha's penalty kills at 73.6%. That's 14th in the league. Face-off will come to the left of Moritz, or second to last, as we call it. Face-off's one. Schultz is out there on that penalty unit with Vatne, Gavin, Gary, Gold, and Tomko. Here's Gold at the blue line. Gold, a shot. Tipped in! Gavin, Gary! Muskie's on the board first! Power play goal, 1:01 in. Boy, that was a nasty deflection. Gold took the initial shot, and Gavin Gary didn't even have to do anything. Just be there with his stick, and boom, off of it and top shelf. 1:01 seconds is all it took. Let's see, for Gavin Gary, that's his 7th goal on the year. That one's from Shane Gold. Shot was stopped there by Moritz. For Shane Gold, that's now 18 power play assists. 18 out of his 32 come on the power play this year. Going into tonight, let's see, Shane Gold tied for 3rd. That'll probably move him up to 2nd or something like that. Face-off will come to the right of Nils Morens. Aiden Dyer will take the draw with Ferry Netjasel. His real name's Frantizik, so I don't know how you get Ferry from that, but like, at least with me, you know, I get Ronnie from Ronald. That makes sense, but Netjasel sends it down into the glove of Jack Fickthorn.
Fans of 106 turn around. It is our Centerbeck home goal t-shirt toss. Every time we score at home, Centerbeck provides a goal t-shirt just for you, 106.
Heck yes. Face-off will come to the left of Fickthorn. Dyer will take the draw with Netjasel. Face-off's won by Netjasel. It gets out towards the blue line. Shot taken there from Reese Lance, went wide. Tipped in, D. St. Hubert. Uh-oh. Dyer gave a big hit to Netjasel, and he's going to get penalized for it. There's the beginning of the bad calls, like I mentioned earlier. Here's Izrailov with it. Izrailov up the left side. Pass out in front, Tanner Morgan. Martin, who gives him a big hit. Now it's Izrailov again, out towards the blue line. That'll roll all the way down ice. D. St. Hubert with it. Behind the net. Omaha makes a switch. I just flipped a switch. Netjasel up the right side. Netjasel. Now Aronson. Aronson. Picked up there Tanner Morgan. Morgan. On over across. Kowalchuk. On back there is Izrailov. Izrailov just kind of spins and twirls with the puck. Brady Arneson with it. Arneson. Puck sent back behind the net there of Jack Fickthorn. Carr finally gets a touch on it. And Aiden Dyer's going to be going to the box. Boy, that took over a minute from when the penalty was first called for the clock to finally stop. Boarding is the call. I'll show the referee a boarding call, but so Omaha's on the power play. Their power play's dead last in the league, so that should tell you something right there. Face-off will come to the right of Fickthorn. Face-off's won. Here's Cole Hiles with it out towards the blue line. Hiles in the circle. Hiles. He just stands there and does nothing. Finally, he passes it on across. Tipped in front. Covered up by Fickthorn. Initial shot came from lefty Markinitis, but Fickthorn said no. now. Be careful, don't get lefty Markinitis. I mean, something's going to happen to you. That's all I'm going to say. Face-off come to the left of Fickthorn. Face-off's won. Puck sent out towards the point there for Reese Lance. Lance tipped in front of the goal. Rebound. Here's Hiles with it on out for Reese Lance at the blue line. Lance to Hiles. On over across. Through the legs of Vig and out towards center. Lance takes a hold of this one. On for Cole Hiles. Hiles spun around Kyle O'Leary. Markinitis couldn't get to it. Now it's Hiles again. Out in front. Cam Karen fanned on the shot. Karen sends it out for Reese Lance. Tried to get it to Hiles. Now he does pick up control. Hiles there for Lance. Lance bobbles. In the circle, Markinitis. Markinitis shot got blocked and into the corner. Here's Hiles. Back for Reese Lance. Lance on there. The lefty Markinitis. Shot deflected wide behind the net. Here's Vig with it. Vig in the circle. Vig. Sent out there for Cole Hiles. Hiles. Shot hit the post. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I know it is.
Here's Hiles in front. Markinitis shot went wide. Now in front of the net, and Fickthorn has it covered up. And boy, got a lot of extras going on afterwards. Omaha wants to start something up, don't they? That's nothing new. Looking for adventure. Oh, whatever comes our way. Face off will come to the right of Fickthorn. Omaha's looking for an adventure. Face-off will come to the right of Fickthorn. Face-off is won. Puck sent out towards the blue line here. Here's Israelov in front. Shot save made. Fickthorn rebound. Loose in front. Here's Netyasil. On back Yorku. Yorku there for Israelov. Back behind the net. Morgan couldn't get a handle on it. Taken there is Israelov. Behind the net to Tanner Morgan again. Morgan. And a scramble for a car. Sends it around the boards. Off the stick of Israelov. On out for Yorku. Musketeers back at full strength. Israelov slipped and fell with the puck and sent it wide. Here's Gavin with it behind the net. Carr sends it up the left side there for Christian Lyons. Igor Kim knocks him into the boards, and there's a shot save made by Morans. 14:48 left to go here in this first period. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
People love commercials with talking babies.
Yeah, those
Talking babies.
So we just use Seth in a diaper. I don't wear a diaper. I wear a diaper for Samson, right? What else you got? Crowdsourcing. Huh? I love it.
Put out on the internet that you want people to send you ideas, and you don't have to think of an idea.
That might be good for this spot.
Bigger.
Space, we can send them into the galaxy with the galaxy. We don't train them. We just send them up there. We see what happens.
Go become an Asian.
I don't think we can do that. We're not Asian. I'm an Asian rapper. I'm rapping. And then guess what?
That's me.
I have LeBron James.
Hi, Ron. You in on Samsung?
Yeah, maybe I'll do a cameo on the tablet.
That's awesome. With LeBron James. I mean, that's incredible. You get LeBron James, you got the next big thing. You haven't need anybody else. That's right. You don't. Don't need anyone else. I've got it. I'm having breakfast with LeBron's kids.
You want to give me the LeBron kids?
We're friends.
Welcome back, everybody. 5:12 left to go in this first period. Sioux City with a 1-0 lead. Sioux City, they've had a very nice start to the game. Omaha, though, they're not going down without a fight, that's for sure. Face-off will come to the right of Morans. Tomko and Arneson were at the draw. Immediately shot at Morans, and he made the stop. A little chippy afterwards, but that's what happens. Took just 3 seconds off the clock. Face-off will come to the right of Morans. Tomko and Arneson again at the draw. Tomko wins the draw. Jeffress immediately taken down. That wasn't very cool. That's for sure. Puck sent all the way down ice. Here's Aronson with it. Now Derek Olson takes it away. Jeffress with it. Jeffress. Oh, he gets pushed over by frickin' Gromov. Taking there. Kowalchuk with it. Kowalchuk. Sends it towards the right side. Their Ryder Reynolds. Puck sent down wide of Fickthorn for an icing. Think about me, thinking my oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. That'll be really sweet, I'll tell you that much. Think of my oh, doesn't that lightning to know? See, you can see, baby, I know it's that me espresso. Face off will come to the left here of Morans. O'Leary will take the draw with, I believe that's Arneson once again. Face-off's won by O'Leary. It gets back towards Vatne. Picked up out towards center. There's Gromov. Shot went through the crease. Gromov kept in. New guy, Todd Kilpala. It's the second game in his USHL career, so. Puck taken there at center here for Gold. Gold sent down by O'Leary. O'Leary shot saved by Morans.
Fans of the Musketeers shut out the Lancers in the first period tonight. Everyone in tonight's game will win 6 free donuts from any Hy-Vee location in Sioux City and South Sioux City.
Heck yeah.
Once again, shut them out in the first period. Everyone in attendance gets 6 free donuts from Hy-Vee tomorrow.
I might have to go for that because we'll be back here tomorrow anyway, Sunday. 3:45, 2:45 Central Time. Here's Poyer with it towards center. Poyer sent off the boards, back behind the net there. Nils Morans sends it on. Finn de St. Hubert out towards center. Boy, Stanger, a big takedown on Karen. He was wondering where the penalty was. Well, sorry, sir, there was no penalty. Here's de St. Hubert with it now. Feeds it on over to Cam Karen. Karen. Back de St. Hubert. Now Spencer with it. Picked up by Morgan. Here's Morgan back behind the net. Dakota Bailey against his former team, so he's familiar with a lot of these guys. Here's Stanger with it. Stanger shot save made by Morans, and Martineau couldn't get to the rebound in time. Here's Karen with it up the left side. Karen pushed into the boards by Poyer. Poyer sent towards the net. Back behind the net, Drake Graham is there. Here's Graham. Sends it back behind. Karen in front. Fickthorn makes a stop. Now it's Lenny Geiger clearing it down ice. You got foot race. Dakota Bailey and his former teammate Ryan Yorku. Aiden Dyer takes it down into the corner. Dyer on back Booten in the circle. Sends it out. Christian Lyons couldn't get a handle on it, but Dakota Bailey will. Here's Bailey. Sends it off there for Lyons. On across to Carr. Carr picked up there by Aiden Dyer. Here's Daniil Booten in the corner with it. Booten on out for Carr. A shot. Morgan's got a piece of it. Now here's Lyons with it. Lyons back behind the net for Max Anderson. There's Booten with it. Booten out there for Lyons. Here's Lyons. There for Gavin Carr. Carr to Lyons. Down there, Booten. In the circle. Behind the net, Dyer. Sent out there for Carr. A shot save made by Morans.
Fans, do you want a chance to win some free dining items from Great British Jewelers? Then scan one of our QR codes scattered throughout the concourse and register for us right now, today, sometime during this period. By registering, and as long as you're 16 years and up, you'll have a chance to head out on the ice for the second intermission. And if you are pulling ice and snow for a shot,
face-off will come to the left of Morans. Tomko wins the draw. Here's Carr on back for Jeffress. Boy, Israelov got tripped up there by Gavin Carr. I'm surprised they didn't call that. They normally do, but here's Carr with it at center. Picked up there, de St. Hubert with it. Puck sent off the boards. It's rolling, rolling, rolling. Into the corner, Net Yasil with it. Puck sent off the boards and all the way down ice. Picked up there by Reese Lance. Lance behind the net. Just kind of hangs on to it. Up the left side now, Igor Kim take it away. Here's Shane Gold with it. Gold Spins around a guide. Now Tomko through the crease. Picked up Derek Olson. Here's Jeffress, a shot save made Mourns. Loose in front. Take it back the other way. Now kept in by Shane Gold. Here's Gold. Pass across. He should have just shot it instead of trying to pass it. But here's Jeffress with it. Picked up now by Israelov. Israelov sent off the boards into the corner behind the net. Vic Thorne keeps it there for Olson. Taken there now. Kowalchuk behind the net. Kowalchuk off the boards. Here's Ilya Gromov with it. Vatne takes it away. Vatne intercepted here. Aronson. Now Arneson takes this one. Here's a shot by Aronson. It went wide. Gavin Carr through the stick there of Ryder Reynolds. Now picked up there by Kowalchuk. Kowalchuk there for Ryan Aronson. Aronson at center. Picked up there by Stanger. Here's Vatne with it. Vatne in a scramble for there at center. Picked up Gavin Gary up the right side. Here's Gary. Kowalchuk was chasing his tail. Now it's Poyer with it in the corner. Poyer in a scramble for. Poyer in the corner. Here's Poyer. Shot went wide. Got one goal last Friday night. The Musketeers' last game. One of the four they did score. Puck's in a scramble for down there in the corner. We got O'Leary, Ryder Reynolds, Kowalchuk, Arneson. Kyle O'Leary's down there too. Picked up there by Ryder Reynolds. Gavin Gary battles with him. Here's Poyer with it. Poyer in the corner. Picked up there by Ryan Aronson. Sent off the boards. It rolls slowly down ice. Taken there by Lenny Geiger. Geiger behind the net. Sends it up the left side there for Gavin Carr. Carr on across to Stanger. Stanger clears one down into the corner. Back behind the net. Taken there Reese Lance. Lance out there towards center. Here comes Tanner Morgan with it. Morgan towards the blue line. Shot was stopped there by Vic Thorne. 8:46 left to go in this first period. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
The new Subaru Impreza horizontally opposed tension. This configuration helps give a lower center for exceptional cornering. The technology we share with the Porsche 911 and not with the Honda Civic.
This is work-life balance with Betterment, the automated investing and savings app. Betterment uses tax-smart tools for your money, while you use street-smart tools for your life. Make your money hustle with Betterment.
When you need a partner committed to your vision, agents Realtors are here for it. Here with market expertise that makes a difference. Here for it all, because that's who we are.
It's like milk, made for humans. It's like milk, but made for humans. Wow, wow, no cow, no, wow, wow, no cow, no, wow.
Welcome back, everybody. 8:46 left to go in this first period. Sioux City with a 1-0 lead right now. Face-off will come to the right of Jack Vic Thorne. It'll be Martineau and Tanner Morgan at the face-off. Face-off's won by Martineau. Picked up there by Carr. Sends it back behind the net to Christian Lyons. Jeez Louise. Here's Martineau with it. Martineau out towards center. Martineau slips and falls with the puck. Here's Lenny Geiger with it. Geiger down there in the corner in a scramble for. Well, now they got it jammed up down there. Usually they blow the whistle, but no, we're not going to do that. We're too cool for that. Here's Cam Karen with it behind the net. Karen sent off the boards. Here's Lance with it now. Lance around the boards, picked up there by Tanner Morgan at the blue line. Morgan Here's Spencer with it. Spencer on for Reese Lance. Back there, Cam Kieran. Derek Olson will pick it up behind the net. Olson rolls out toward center. Olson tried to spin around lefty Markinitis, which I wouldn't blame him. If you can get as far away with them as possible, then you're doing yourself pretty darn good. Ooh, big hit on Derek Olson. No penalty there, because why would they call that? Please, 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 please. Here's Anderson with it. Anderson picked up there by Hiles towards center. Hiles. Ooh, Anderson got a little stick up high on him. They didn't call it, of course. When you only got one referee and two linesmen, you miss some things. That's all I'm going to say. Here's Hiles with it. Tipped at the blue line. Booten trying to spin around Hiles, and he did so nicely. Feeds it on over there for Poyer. Into the hands there of Mason Stanger. Israelov pass across into the hands of Ashton Schultz. Schultz tipped up in the air. Out toward center. Schultz throws it down into the corner. Picked up there by William Tomko. Here's Ryder Reynolds with it. Picked up by Stanger. On over across. Poyer in the circle. Behind the net, Ashton Schultz has this one. Schultz there for Stanger. Stanger towards the blue line. That's Tomko. Tomko on across. Poyer shot save made. Rebound. Morans now taken back behind the net. Tomko out there for Stanger. Here's Stanger to Tomko. Tipped off the glass. Poyer keeps it in. Oh, we're going to have a penalty here. It looks like interference. Looks like Ashton Schultz is heading to the box. That's just lovely. He'll go in for interference. I'd like to interfere with the ref, I know that, but... on the carpet. Face-off will come to the right of Jack Victhorn. Anderson will take the draw with Charlie Vig. Vig wins the draw. Vig on out there for Hiles at the blue line. Hiles in a scramble for. Picked up their Carr and O'Leary. Keep poking at it. Here's Lance on a cross slap shot. Stopped by Victhorn. He denies Markinitis. Turn down the wood. Face-off will come to the left of Victhorn. Face-off's one. Here's Lyons with it. Feeds it on over Jeffress. Sent all the way down. Nice clear by him. Picked up there by Reese Lance. Lance picked up there by Markinitis. Out toward center. Here's Hiles with it. Hiles on over there for Reese Lance. Here's Lance. Sent off the boards. Back behind the net of Victhorn. Here's Markinitis with it. Markinitis behind the net. There's Gavin Carr with it. Carr on Dyer. Sent off the boards towards center. Charlie Vig has this one. Vig spun around Jeffress. Now it's Vig behind the net. Vig now is Raylov at center. There's Raylov there for Morgan. Spun around him. Jeffress, now Anderson. And a scramble for down there in the corner. Here's Netyasil at the blue line. Netyasil back for Yorku. Into the hands of Israelov. Anderson chasing him. Oh, and gives up a big hit. Yorku on down there. Morgan in the corner. Morgan in the circle. Little deflected pass into the hands of Netyasil, although he couldn't quite handle it. On over for Israelov. Israelov, Morgan in front. Netyasil, boy, if he would have got to it quicker, he might have had a goal, but here's Israelov with it in the corner. Israelov on back. Yorku at the point. Yorku. Down there is Raylov. Tanner Morgan On back, Yorku. Yorku, shot, save. Fickthorn, rebound, 2 big stops by him. And Jeffress clears it down ice. And that'll do it for the power play for Omaha. Schultz comes out of the box. Muskie's back at full strength. Here's Israelov with it. Israelov out towards center. Israelov couldn't handle the pass. Now it's Martineau there for Dakota Bailey. Sends it off the boards. Behind the net and Ward. Down to 3:36 left to go here. The Spurs, a big hit on Aronson from Gold. Woo! Just went psh. Here's Gold with it. Gold at center, sent down there for Martineau. Picked up Geiger towards the net, went wide. Ooh! And an Omaha guy ran over his own goaltender. Dakota Bailey's down there too. Here's Poyer with it. Poyer takes a shot, deflected wide. Picked up there, I believe, by Ryder Reynolds out towards center. This will roll into the corner. Icing waved off, so there's that. 3 minutes left to go in this first. Boy, here's a shot, went wide. That one from Aronson. Puck sent out towards center, Arneson. Kilpula. Now Arneson sends it down into the corner. Picked up there by Poyer. Poyer there for Gavin Carr. Off the boards, tipped Vatne down into the corner behind the net. Kilpula. Taken there by Tanner Morgan. Here's Morgan up the left side. Ooh, and he goes down. Carr barely even touched him. Those are always the best hits when you don't even touch a guy and he still goes down. Here's Karen for Morgan. Hit by Vatne. Spun around in front. Here's O'Leary with it. O'Leary at the blue line. Deflected. Here comes Vatne. Well, maybe. He's got to get the puck first. Karen with it. Karen at in the circle, I should say. He sends it back behind the net there of Tanner Morgan. Morgan through the legs of Lance. Here's Gavin Gary with it. Here's Gold with it now. Gold in the circle. Gold, he gets tripped up. That's going to be a penalty. Holding the call, and Sioux City will have the power play. Going to the box, Hudson Kowalczuk. At 18:25, so the Muskies will have the power play at least for the rest of this period. Although so far they're 1 for 1 on the power play, so, you know. Let's see who we got out there. Anderson, Jeffress, Stanger, O'Leary, and Olsen for Sioux City. Although I think Omaha is challenging this, I guess. That's what I got out of it. I heard challenge and then Omaha and then penalty, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I think it was a pretty legit call, but I mean, you never know sometimes around here. Those Zebras always making wrong calls, that's for sure. See if they can make the right one for once. I'm thinking this will not take long, but hey. See, we're looking at the replay. I think that's going to stand. I mean, if it's not a hold, it's some sort of a penalty, interference, or I don't think you could really call it tripping, but there's definitely a penalty in there.
Fans, if you want to win a pair of diamonds tonight, you have a chance. Make sure you scan the QR codes on.
Listening in my ear, tell me all the things that I want to hear, because it's true. That's what I like about you. Oh, I'm going to be liking a lot more. Boy, Omaha must have had a point here, because they're really taking a long look at this. I mean, I think it's pretty cut and dry, but maybe it's not as obvious as I think it is. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, now I think we have, looks like we have a decision here. Usually it would probably be Sioux City challenging it for. Okay. Okay, whatever Omaha challenged, it failed, so. So we got a power play here. Let's see, and it looks like we're keeping the same 5 guys out there. Anderson will take the draw with Charlie Vig. Well, we got a false start at the draw. Of course we do. Okay. Drop it. There we go, they do. And Omaha immediately cleared it down ice after the face-off. With it back there for Stanger. Stanger on over to O'Leary up the right side. O'Leary taken back by Vig, and he clears it down ice. Sioux City 1-1 on the power play tonight. They've scored this game's only goal so far. Here's Derek Olson with it. Olson there for Anderson. Anderson out towards the blue line for Mason Stanger, and that's played off sides. Face-off will come in front of the penalty box across from the Omaha bench. Exactly 1 minute left to go here in this first period. 1:25 left to go on the Sioux City power play. Face-off's one here. Stanger with it, feeding it back on for Derek Olson. Here's Olson. Picked up there by Kyle O'Leary in the corner. O'Leary down there, Ryder Reynolds. Here's Arneson with it. Sends it off the boards down ice once again. Here's Vic Thorne with it. Vic Thorne handled there by Shane Gold. Gold at center, sends it back behind William Tomka with it. Here's Gold with it. Gold spun around at the blue line. Gold, 24 seconds left to go. Here's Gold to Tomka, back for Gold. Here's Gold on Vatne. Front, it's sent back behind the net there. Tomko. Here's Gold, back for Vatne. 3 seconds left. They got to get a shot off. Maybe. Here's Gold. Then they're not going to get it. Spent a little too long passing, and that's been the one thing that's kind of hurt them on the power play this year. But, well, it is 1-0 at the end of one period of play. Let's take a look at the recap from that period. Well, 101 in, making it 1-0. Well, first we got to start with the penalty that caused it. Tommy for hooking at 48 seconds. Then at 101, Gavin Gary got from Shane Gould. That made it a 1-0 game at Sioux City's. And it was kind of quiet after that with a couple of penalties. 2 minutes and 50 seconds in, Aiden Dyer went in 2 minutes for boarding. Then at 14:01, Ashton Schultz went in for 2 minutes interference. And then at 8, Kowalchuk went in 2 minutes for holding. So let's see, we're trying to pull up scores here, but I don't think much for scores tonight, because we obviously, as you saw, we decided to go back to our old phone for live streaming, because the new phone for some reason wants to act up every time we frickin' try and broadcast. But I think we're just gonna have to call it good for the first period. 1-0, Sioux City in the lead. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. So after this, in about 15 minutes from now, so towards the end of the hour.